Hey guys, what's up? It's Clay Ranger 143 here, along with Thunder Thighs 01. No, who are you again?
Really? We're doing that nickname.
Hey, we did it during the radio reviews episode when I was driving with Mitchell and Holly 10 days ago in the Subaru, so...
True.
Anyways, who are you again?
Thunderbuddy01.
And,
who's currently triggered, but for reasons we shall explain at some point in the video.
Why don't you explain that now? Because I'm fucking pissed about it, too.
It's basically... You ever have one of those moments where you find a rare radio on eBay, but it's marked up ridiculously high to the point where you can't even buy it?
And Val just messaged me, speak of the devil. And yes, to answer your question, absolute yes.
Because that happened with me. Like, that happened with me.
Was it? It's about the fucking WX500, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which mine still has not gone off for. Because it's a piece of shit.
Neither is mine. I'm actually unplugging mine for a couple of days, probably until like next Wednesday, to see if maybe we can get unplugged for a while. We'll give it some time to like any art issues that it has.
I honestly doubt that's gonna work, but you do you. But
yeah, I really hope it does, because I'm not spending $200 fucking dollars, let alone $220 on a freaking old radio that people say it activates, but the next thing you know, it won't.
I mean, you spent almost $200 on your 301, but at least that actually fucking works.
Well, technically, my dad spent $200, but it was let's just say it was a birthday gift.
You get the point.
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, so yeah, we're going to do a little bit of a different video today, rather than what I normally do, which is basically EAS captures, radio reviews, EAS scenarios, and other shit like that. But yeah, we're going to be doing something that's tech-related, actually. So...
Tech-related?
Yes, you heard me right, tech-related. Tech-related. And I think that you are definitely going to approve of it because, yeah, today, on January 15th, 2021, as this is being filmed, we're going to be taking a look at all of the Apple electronics that I own.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay, this is not exactly a collection of Apple stuff. Well, I guess you could call it that, because there's literally 9 Apple products on my bed right now. So, I guess that kind of counts. I'm going to turn the camera on over here so we can see it. But yeah, yeah, this is something that I have never done before, actually, but I've just felt like doing it since I got a little something over here working perfectly fine last night after I thought it was completely fried. But Nicholas, where should I start? Left to right or right to left?
Left to right.
Okay. All right, let's start over here. This is my latest acquisition, actually. This is a 2006 MacBook running OS 10.5.8. There's that glorious boot up sound. And there's the Apple logo. This was obtained thanks to my uncle, and this was his wife's old MacBook, and the last time she used it was back in 2012. So this thing's been out of service for 9 years, and it hasn't been used again until now because it has been turned on. This thing does have a dead battery, unfortunately, but it has a replacement battery on its way. And as Nicholas can probably see, it is about to boot up as the Apple logo has disappeared, and there's that, there's that iconic Aurora background back in the day. Gotta love the 2000s.
That brings me back to, actually, fun fact. I actually had a similar Mac, similar to that one. Not the same year, I think it was a couple years newer, that ran on Snow Leopard for quite some time. Just for context, 10.5 is referred to as Leopard, and 10.6 is referred to as Snow Leopard. My old Mac before its hard drive went kaput was running OS 10 Snow Leopard 10.6.8. 2 gigs of RAM was an Intel Core 2 Duo. Similar hardware, so to speak. The only thing that's different about that one, which I think Michael might be touching up on in a little bit, is he actually upgraded the RAM from 2 gigs to 4.
Yeah, I did take out the upgraded RAM for the purpose of making this video, just to have this, you know, stock stuff built in, like the heritage of it is still intact. I did take out the RAM temporarily, but I do have the RAM sticks stored in my drawer over there underneath my Truex diecasts. But yeah, this can be upgraded to more than 2 gigabytes of RAM. It has the original 2 gigs in there now. It doesn't really use anything special. It just uses like standard SD RAM. That's about it. And if I go into About This Mac, you can see here that it is running macOS 10.5.8 Leopard. It has a, this is the, obviously since it was made in 2006, it has the Intel Core 2 Duo 2.4 gigahertz processor, because they switched from PowerPC to Intel in like 2005, I think. Because, yeah, I think in 05, some of the last models that had the PowerPC chip, like the Power Mac G5, I think that was one of the last models that had the PowerPC chip inside, and then they switched to Intel from there in 2006. And this is one of the first models to have the Intel processor. But I mentioned earlier, and as Nicholas mentioned earlier too, it has like the capability to be upgraded to 4 gigs of RAM, but it has the original 2 gigabytes of 667 megahertz DDR2 SD RAM. And the OS itself is the highest it can go on this MacBook, unfortunately, but hey, it works somewhat. It is obsolete to an extent. But if I go to more info here, it'll just display the system info. But yeah, as you can see here, MacBook 4.1. This is a 13-inch model MacBook. And yeah, I should mention this has already been used under a different owner. But yeah, so if you see the name on here that says Jennifer something, I'm not disclosing the last name, that's basically my uncle's wife. Like I said already, this is her old MacBook, but it's not being used by her anymore. I'd imagine she got a much newer MacBook than this now, but if I go to the hard drive information, it has a 150 gigabyte hard drive made by Hitachi. Which is weird, because I thought it was a Seagate, honestly. But no. No. Quit system profiler. But, yeah.
I should note...
What about it?
I should note, regarding the RAM, if you're looking for, like, older Macs to upgrade the hardware on, those would probably be the most ideal, alongside, like, the older MacBook Pros prior to, I believe, like mid-2012. Preferably the non-Retina displays, because my MacBook Pro, which I am still using to this day, the RAM is actually soldered onto the motherboard, so you can't even upgrade that. The only thing I was able to upgrade on mine was the SSD.
Yeah, the SSD.
And I went from a 256 gigabyte, I believe it was a Samsung, or actually, you know what? I have the SSD right here. It is. Oh, I was right. It was a Samsung. It's a 256 gigabyte Samsung SSD. I upgraded it to a 1 terabyte OUC Aura Pro X2. So yeah, literally only thing you can upgrade on any Retina MacBook Pro from like early 2013 onward is the SSD. Everything else is just locked in by Apple, so you have to pretty much just buy what you want and pretty much just deal with it, unless you want to get like special pentalobe screws to try and take the thing apart. Aside from that, as Michael said, Hitachi SSDs. Okay, Hitachi.
No, this is. I wish it was an SSD in this thing, but no, it's an optical hard drive.
Yeah, Hitachi optical drives, or I think, I'm not sure if this is true, but judging from what Michael was saying, I think you could swap it out for a Seagate. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you can, because some MacBooks actually came with a Seagate. I thought this had a Seagate, honestly, but no, it was a Hitachi. Also, Nicholas, before you say anything,
yeah,
does your MacBook have a CD drive or no?
it does not.
This one does.
Well, I mean, the CD drives on those older Macs are prone to having issues. Like sometimes it would, the disc would either get stuck, or as you were showing to me last night, it wouldn't even take the disc into this little tray.
Yeah, well, actually, I found the problem with that, and I actually resolved it. Turns out it was disengaged, and apparently with the configuration that this MacBook has, apparently it can be engaged manually or automatically. So right now it's engaged, so if I get a blank CD over here, let me just put a CD in there. See, right now it won't even engage because it's manually activated. So I have to go into System Preferences real quick and click on CDs and DVDs and hardware, and you should hear a click come from the drive. Did you hear that? Okay, so
Yeah.
after you hear that click, it goes in just fine. So it has to be something with the configuration involving this MacBook, because after just clicking that, it works brilliantly. And it works, and it just does it like a hot knife through butter. It works perfectly. And it reads everything, so yeah. They are a little bit problematic, yes, but it works either way, which is pretty nice. I should also mention that this thing is loud as hell with the cooling fan, but then again, this is a MacBook from 2006, so what should I expect from it? So yeah, I did order a new battery for this machine, so yeah, it's definitely working great. And I'm so glad I finally own one of these. It's old as shit, but hey, it works. Anyways, on to the next piece of Apple equipment. This is an Ipod Classic. This was made in 2005, and it has a bunch of songs on it. The Ipod Classic is basically a more revised version of the original iPod released in 2001. But the original iPod didn't have like a color screen. This one does, and this actually has some songs on it, and you can actually hear the clicker when you use the scroll wheel. Fun fact, the Ipod Classics, they actually have a miniature hard drive inside the device. Like an actual optical hard drive is inside this iPod.
Damn.
It's a 30 gigabyte mini Toshiba drive, and it actually works. Feel it rumbling in my hand right now. Let's see if I can catch some of it on camera, the sounds of it. Let me play a song.
Obviously, be sure to mute it because copyright.
The Ipod Classic doesn't have a speaker.
Oh, right, I forgot. It's like
It's
I'm
headphones.
so used to the freaking iPod Touches, but
It's headphones only.
yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. And you guessed it, this was also from my uncle. Basically everything here, except for this, was from my uncle. How about that? So, yeah. It does have a print on the back. Oh, you can't help that. We're all quite mad here. Yes, we are. And ho. Hey. Hi. I can see my reflection on the Ipod Classic. Hello. But yeah, nice chrome backing. So yeah, that's the Ipod Classic. Next is my Ipod Nano. This is unfortunately disabled in terms of battery life because the battery is completely fucked. It doesn't even take a charge anymore. So I have no choice, which is why it's plugged into the MacBook for power. But it did have some songs and excuse me. Whew. Thank you. Anyway, sorry about that. Coronavirus! No. Anyways, yeah, this recently got corrupted, unfortunately, because it was accidentally ejected from iTunes first, because in iTunes you literally gotta eject the device before unplugging it. Which is big gay. Anyways.
I mean...
What? It's true. It corrupted all the songs on here, but luckily I was able to salvage all the songs on this thing. It just works, but I just need to like somehow restore it. The battery is completely dead, and this is a 16 gigabyte model. Anyways, next. This little guy is an iPod Shuffle. Yes, a shuffle. And this is the style with the clip on the side. That way it can clip to your clothes. So if I just clip it onto my pants here, you can see here that it just stays there, and you can like plug in your earbuds and just plug it in right there. But yeah, the iPod Shuffle is honestly one of the cutest little devices I've ever seen. I'm not sure if you've held one of these before, and also it says this on the top. That's me inside your head. Yeah, I bet.
That's kind of low-key creepy.
Yeah, that's what it says. That's literally what it says on the back of the iPod Shuffle that I have. It literally says that.
And I actually did have an iPod Shuffle way back in the day. I unfortunately do not know what happened to it.
Probably died. But, anyways. Speaking of the Ipod Touch, that's next. This is my Ipod Touch 3rd Gen, which I use for self-activation, because these things are very famous for that. And, yeah, it boots up perfectly, so let's go ahead and take a look. I should mention that I got this used for $26 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago, actually. Yeah, 3 years ago, got it used for 26 bucks, this Ipod Touch. And then I've used it ever since for like self-activation purposes for my weather radios and such, because you can actually use these things for activating stuff. But yeah, the Ipod Touch is basically the precursor to the iPhone. Essentially, that's basically what it is. But yeah,
let me chime in real quick. You said that was a 3rd Gen.
Yes, this is a 3rd Gen, 32 gigabytes. Very scratched up on the back. Very scratched up.
That is actually the same configuration that my 3rd Gen it has. 32 gigabytes, and well, obviously 3rd, as I just said. Only difference is you said you got yours 2 years ago. It was new.
No, it was used.
Oh, I thought you said new. It sounded like you said new. But I actually got mine literally brand spanking new. When I don't like Uncle Guy. I think it was 2009, 2010. It was one of the two. But I did get my iPod brand new. The battery on it is unfortunately starting to get a little bit wonky, which is
same here. Same here. The battery on this thing.
Devices that have been used for so long.
The battery on this Ipod Touch is literally starting to wear down so bad. It literally only lasts for like 45 minutes on a full charge. I just turned it on and it's already down a quarter. But yeah, that's the Ipod Touch. And it works brilliantly. That's the Ipod Touch. Next is the iPhone 5S. This is not actually mine, but it's an iPhone, so it's here. This iPhone is so old that the power button is on the top instead of the side. How about that? So yeah. This is also one of the iPhones that are famous for having to stick a hairdryer to the back of it just to apply heat for it to get out of the stupid stuck battery loop.
I actually did not know that about the 5S.
Apparently, yeah, it had this issue when I wasn't recording, but I tried to power it on with the charger, and it has a lightning cable on it. So yeah, this is definitely the 5. But yeah, the 5S that this has, yeah, I'm not sure if it is actually a 5S, but it is small, and it's an iPhone 5. So yeah, I'm just gonna assume it's a 5S. But
actually, there's actually a way to. Does it have Touch ID?
how am I supposed to know that?
Well, on the 5S compared to the 5 and the 5C, the home button is literally just a button, but it doesn't have the little square on it like the iPhone.
Oh, okay. So this is not the S then. This is an iPhone 5 because it has the square then. It's an iPhone 5. My bad. So yeah, it's an iPhone 5.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why you should look at the very key but like small but minute details. This way, because one small difference in the looks of it could tell you if it's a 5S or a 5.
Well, thanks for that. This is a 5. Okay, so this is definitely an iPhone 5 now that we know, and it has a screen protector on it. This is actually my grandfather's old iPhone. It's here for the purpose of this video, but yeah. Unfortunately, the rear camera is completely busted. It doesn't work anymore because the camera is actually crushed inward and the glass is actually broken.
Ouch.
Yeah. So if I go on camera, look, nothing from the rear camera. The only camera that does work is the front camera right here. That's the only one that works. The rear one does not, which is a shame. But yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
About the hard drive thing on the Ipod Classic, going back to that real quick, yeah. I was actually watching some replacement videos about it. That thing is a teeny tiny hard drive. But yeah, anyways, back to the iPhone 5. So yeah, the iPhone 5 actually had this issue when I wasn't recording, but I was trying to plug it into the iPhone cable, the lightning cable, because yeah, it has lightning cable. Back when they still had a headphone jack! About that, it wouldn't start up. It would not get past the red battery. You know the little red battery when it says it's low on battery? It would not get past that even when plugged in. So this actually works. And it actually works with the 6s too. Take a hairdryer. Don't put it too close, but take a hairdryer and put it on hot mode. Literally blow the back of the iPhone with hot air for about 2 minutes. Like on the back of the iPhone where the battery is, and on the bottom right edge right here. And then plug in the charging cable again. Hold down the power button. First thing you'll see is a fucking Apple logo. It actually works. It worked with this, so it's guaranteed. Who knew a hairdryer could solve your iPhone's problems when booting up with a low battery? But yeah. That's the iPhone 5. Next is the iPhone 6S. And this is actually an S because the touch button right here, the home button, has no square. And as you can see here,
the regular 6s also came with Touch ID, just so you know.
No, but this is a 6S though. This is actually a 6S. It says so in the settings.
Oh right, some of the older iPhones have the actual S badge on the back.
Yeah, but this one does not.
That I just now remembered.
Yeah, this one does not have the S badge because it's a 6. So it says it on the settings actually.
Wait, it says in the settings that it's a 6S?
Yeah, because if I go here, where is it? Oh, not software update. I should mention that I also updated this recently to iOS 12.5.1, which is the highest it can go. Wait, is it a 6S? Now I'm not so sure. Fuck.
Well, there's an easy way to find out. If
Okay.
S was the first phone to use 3D touch. would you are you able to do that? Like, so basically, 3D Touch. I believe it was still used with iOS 12. The 3D Touch, if you press and hold an icon with enough force, it should allow you to access like a context menu, so to speak.
What app should I do it on?
Do it on the settings, just for shits and giggles.
Well, it zooms inward. Wait a minute. It doesn't do it. So this has to be a 6 then, a regular 6. Let me check. Son of a bitch, it is a 6. Okay.
Well,
Another model I got wrong. Wow.
Hey, just shows my knowledge about Apple products.
But yeah, this is actually a 6. Okay, it's an iPhone 6.
Happy.
But no, in all seriousness, yeah, I kind of knew it was a 6, but I said 6S just for shits and giggles, but I also did not know if it was a 6S or not, but I thought it was. That's what my brother said it was, but obviously neither of us know what the fuck iPhones are. So, yeah, this is actually a regular iPhone 6. Sorry about that, but yeah, it actually works perfectly like it should. Home button doesn't have the square there. It is broken. It is cracked around there because it was dropped. It was dropped. But it still works. On the bottom you have your headphone jack, lightning cable and speaker. And on the top you just have your tiny camera. On the back you have the Apple logo. Let me just turn that off. But yeah, the Apple logo's right there. Why do I feel like Tech Rex when holding these fucking iPhones? I swear to God. Except I'm not going to just...
Don't drop them or break them, or I will literally come to your house and take all of your radios.
Dude, you have enough radios anyway, so why the fuck do you want to take mine?
Because I need them all. I need them all. No.
Hoarder head ass. Just kidding.
Bruh.
But no, anyways, the only difference is I'm not going to destroy them like Tech Rex does. Fucking iPhone killer. Hey, he's an iPhone murderer like Katie is a battery murderer.
Facts, though.
I love you, Katie. Love you. Comment down below if you're watching this, okay? I love you too. But anyways, that's the iPhone 6. Okay. I actually know what this next one is. This is my iPhone XR, 64 gigabytes. This was actually given to me by AJ. This was his old phone that he didn't use, and he upgraded it from a 7 to this. And then he got the iPhone SE, and he didn't have a use for this anymore, so he just gave it to me. So this is my iPhone. I took it out of the case just so you could see it, but yeah, everything I have is on this phone. But yeah.
One thing I will say, the product red, which is actually, if I remember correctly, that's the version that Michael has, the product red iPhone XR.
Yep, that's what it is. Product red.
Apple does an amazing job with the colors.
I know.
My iPhone 11 Pro Max is in gold, and with the 12, like with the 12 Pro and Pro Max that they announced a few months ago. And no, before anyone asks, I'm not going to be getting one because, yeah, it's a lot of pain in the suit today on my phone. But yeah, the 12s, the gold on those, the gold on the 12 Pro and Pro Max is absolutely gorgeous. We actually saw the special event where those phones were revealed. The gold is just absolutely amazing. The blue is like second to that, in my opinion.
Oh my God, yes, I love the blue.
There's like graphite and silver.
Yes.
One thing I noticed for the lower end models, like not to like no disrespect, but like for the iPhone XR, the 11 and the 12, like the baseline 11 and 12, and I believe the same can be said for the 12 mini. I noticed that they offer a lot more colors than on the Pro models, and that is one complaint that I have about Apple. Like,
Yeah.
Like don't make certain colors specific to certain devices, because at that point you're just sacrificing stuff.
Basically, that's what they did. That's what they did with the iPhones. That's what they did. And yeah, mine is literally, mine is legit the 10R, as I've said already. This is a 64 gigabyte model, but either way, it's way better than my old Samsung phone, which I've had for 2 fucking years, but that was terrible.
I can vouch for that.
So this is definitely a major upgrade. Big shout out to AJ, by the way. His channel is in the description below. So yeah, big shout out to him. I just love the look of this 10R. I know it's not really exactly up to date, but it's a 10R, and it fucking works, and it's updated. All right, and we're down to the last product now, and it's right in front of me. You know what it is?
I see it.
Yes. This is the iPad 2nd Gen. And this also works. This is one of the older iPads. As it boots up.
If I had to guess, I'm assuming that's running iOS either 8 or 9. Or maybe 7. One of those 3.
Well, let's see.
Because my dad has a 1st gen iPad with cellular. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember the password to it, but it was last running iOS 5.1.1, which is what the Ipod Touch 3rd gens are also running.
Alright, let's take a look. What's the OS it's running? Where's the fucking OS? Wait. Duh. Okay, what OS did you say it was running?
I said if I had to guess, it was either 7, 8, or 9.
7, 8, or 9. Well, let's wait for it to load. Cute Jeopardy theme here.
R.I.P. Alex Trebek.
Yes, rest in peace, Alex Trebek. Wow, iOS 9.3.5 is what it's running.
Wow, I thought it would be. I thought it would have been running like freaking iOS 7.2 or something like that. Wow.
That's the latest OS on it. That's the highest it can go. But yeah, that's what the iPad is running. And there's the back if you want to see that. So yeah, we're finally done here. Unusual but yet interesting video to make here, as the screensaver goes on the MacBook. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, as well as more episodes of radio reviews coming up. By the way, if you liked yesterday's episode, be sure to let me know in the comments below, because yeah, more episodes are on the way. So yeah.
Wait, yesterday's episode?
Well, I'm filming this on the 15th. Tomorrow's the 16th, and this is going to be uploaded tomorrow, so it's going to be yesterday's episode. It's Saturday.
I'm stupid. I think you said radio reviews being released on the 15th.
Yep, and it's actually going to come out in 37 minutes. So be ready for that. Anyways, yeah. Subscribe for more videos like this, as my iPhone goes off with a notification for mail. But anyways, subscribe to ThunderBuddy01 as well
for his side of the story up in the wonders of Bitch kinetic cock.
So
okay.
So yeah, Subscribe to ThunderBuddy01 for Splatoon and EAS content, as well as Monster Jam bullshit and deviousness. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Clay Ranger 143 signing out, along with
ThunderBuddy01.
quick shout out to Miss VR as well, who wanted to be here in the video, but she couldn't make it. Again, another shout out to AJ for sending me that gloriously red iPhone. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. This is Clay Ranger 143 signing out, along with Thunder Thighs 01. Bye-bye.
Yeah.